So many fears people have today, and one of them is fear of future. Are you somebody who has fear of future and you want to get this removed out of your system and get that control on your life once again? Then this video is going to be massively helpful for you. Let's get started here. Hello everyone, this is Neha Bhatia. Welcome to my channel, and please make sure that you hit the subscribe, make sure that you like this video and hit the bell button as well, so that we are regularly connected and I can take your questions and create these beautiful wisdom filled videos. Alright, so if you have fear of future, of course, this video is going to be very helpful for you, but more than that, you need to understand that anything that we are learning, we need to have constant practice of it. So when I'm telling you about the fear of future and how you can deal with it, please note that you can probably come back to this video again and watch it again, so that this knowledge can go into your system and you can start to apply it as well. Okay, first thing that anybody needs to do, and it's so important, you might call me crazy when I tell you this first point to follow. But let me tell you that when you follow this first point, just that would be more than enough. And this point is, you need to really think of what is the worst that can happen if you have this fear of future. Let's take an example here. You have a fear of future of, let's say, money. And most of the people definitely, especially in the current situation, have a lot of financial financial fears as well. Oh, I'm going to lose that money. I had these debts to pay, all that. Now, what is happening is that when these things are coming in our mind, it is stopping our creativity. It is stopping our body. It is stopping our thought and action. So please understand what is happening here, that the moment these fears are coming, we are actually thinking of what bad could happen, but we are thinking very limited. I'm asking you to think unlimited. Think of the worst. Let's say, I'm not joking, I've done this with many of my clients and they have seen tremendous changes. This is a process which takes around 2 hours to just get that fear out of your system forever. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to think of the worst, and how you have to do it is feel and know what is the worst that could happen. What can happen? You will lose all the money, for example. Maybe you are under debt. You will go to the prison, let's suppose, for example. You'll be ashamed of yourself, right? Let's say you will feel very low self-worth, right? Maybe it will also affect your body. You will start to have some kind of diseases, right? And ultimately a day will come when you will die, period. So if you know that ultimately we anyway have to die, then why not die with more freedom than fear? Which I'm going to explain to you just in a few minutes. The problem is that we think very limited. Even if we are thinking the fear or we are thinking something bad, it's very limited, that it's not pushing us to go forward. It should bring that emotional trigger in us so that we immediately get up and we realize, you know what, this is the pain that could happen and I don't want to go that side. I don't want to go that side. I'll give you another example in this one point itself. Let's say you're driving in the hills. Now I stay in the hills, especially right this moment, These days I'm in the hills. Every 3 months I change my place, 3 to 6 months. Sometimes I'm on the beach, sometimes I'm in the hills, sometimes I'm in India, different countries. That's the kind of business that I've had since many years, since I started my online business and have been training people. But anyway, when we're driving in the hills, what is happening is that our focus should be very clear on the road. Usually also our focus should be clear on the road, right? But when we are in the hills, there could be a huge possibility that our eyes could just go down, down there on the left or on the right, maybe wherever you're, mostly on the left, right? Because we drive on the left. So now let's say you're again and again going that side. You're again and again thinking of what's there. Maybe that's a river. Maybe that's just a valley. Maybe there is just nothing over there. Maybe there are houses down there. Maybe something deep down there. Uh, it could be, let's say, an ocean down there. And your eyes are going again and again there. And what will happen is the way your mind and your eyes are moving, your whole body all of a sudden could be a huge possibility. It will just all of a sudden turn that side. Maybe to save your own self, or maybe to, just you didn't have the control, right? So please understand that the way we think in our mind, the body responds and reacts accordingly. So once, second, third time. If you want to go there, you need to see there, but you are on the road, right? And where is your future? It's on the road, right? If I'm saying on the road, I'm just giving you an example of this situation here while you're driving on the road. So your life, you're driving this vehicle. This vehicle is your body. Let's say your goals, your life that you want to go forward with. And what is happening is fear is what? Looking again and again on the other side of the road, for example, or on the other side again and again and again. And that's why a lot of times accidents can happen. So please make sure that number one point, if you want to, just think about the worst. Do you really want to go out there? You're going to have, you're going to break all your bones, you're going to break your car, of course. It's going to be a loss to you, to your family. Do you want to do that? No, right? So you need to have a focus right in the future and forward, but in such a way that it helps you go forward, okay? The second way to remove this fear of future is to ask yourself a question. Who is winning? Is it you who are winning, or is it the fear who is winning? So please stay with me. I'm going to give you a complete psychological understanding of how this happens. So there was a story that I heard, and beautiful story. In Africa, once a buffalo asked her dad, "Dad, what is it that you think that I need to be really, really afraid of?" And then the father says, "You should be really scared or afraid of lions." And then she just reacts and she says, "Oh yes, I've heard about them. And I know that the moment I'm going to see them, I'm going to just run away for my life." And that's where he stopped her. He said that, no, that is something you don't have to do. That is something you have to totally avoid. Why? Because if you're going to run, you are giving all the power to the lion. And once he gets that power and you become powerless in your fear, in your anxiety, in your stress, he's going to definitely catch you and he's going to eat you up, And then he also makes her understand that who do you think we all are? We are 200 beasts here and we have your back. So if you stay still over there when that lion is coming in front of you, we can protect you. But if you lose out, then we also can't protect you. Very beautiful. And he also mentions that it's not about that you just be overconfident and then you behave in such a way that you can scare the lion. No, it's about just by little things with your eye movements, use your horns, use your body language, and just make that lion feel that he cannot do anything to her. And it's all in the body. It's all a lot in the body. And then when he comes on you, use everything. Use everything that you have to fight with that lion. And you will be able to fight it out. There's a huge chance you'll be able to win. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that when we have this fear, it can be any fear, to be honest with you, but fear of future, which a lot of people have it today. So if you're going to just, fight it by your own self without having that stability, that understanding, that foundation, you will lose it. And if you're going to run away, then also you're going to lose it, It's going to just trap you. So please make sure that you prepare yourself in such a way that you win out of it, because that lion is nothing but that fear. And that lion is probably, in reality, but this fear is very much imaginary, right? So now we come to the third point. The third way to remove this fear of future is to not to know what you don't want. First point, remember, that's where you don't want to go. You want to drive on the road. So what is it that you want? You need to really sit with yourself and understand that. What is it that you want? You have this fear, I don't want that in the future, and that's happening already in your mind. Not in reality, not in reality, not in reality, in your mind. And it's giving you all the stupid answers, it's giving you all the negative thoughts. But what is it that you want now? And if not now, then when? So you need to sit with yourself, at least give half an hour to 45 minutes. This is something that I do on my Sunday unplug. On Sunday, usually, whenever I take a break, I just sit with myself and I write down my goals for at least 1 or 2 hours. What is it that I want? If I have already written about it the last week, I'll repeat it again. Something new, something fresh will come up. What is it that you want? What is it that is going to make you happy? If just thinking about the future is making you fearful, so what is it that you think you want that is going to make you more courageous? Everybody has fear. Even I have it almost every other day. But courage is something that you have that fear, you're still ready to move forward with it. And that is something wherein the risk factor comes in. We definitely take a risk, in so many things in our life. And then we move forward, and comes with a lot of faith, like how the fellow's father, what did he say? We have got your back. If you lose out, we can't support you. And who are these people? Maybe these are the family members. Maybe these are the resources that's going to help you grow that money, that's going to help you grow your business, your relationship. But if you lose out, these are also going to go away, literally be washed away. So third thing is, please know what is it that you want. And I'm not going to give you any kind of a motivational talk here, but literally I have been writing my goals for many, many years, and every month I just tick mark whatever I'm achieving. And there are times when things I'm not able to achieve as well, and then I go back and check what is it that I can improve on myself. And that is something that all the successful people, they follow, right? So please make sure that you know what is it that you really want. The fourth thing and the fourth way to deal with this fear is to visualize. Once you've done the third step, then go for the fourth step. Visualize. Start to visualize what is it that you want. You want a healthy body? Visualize that. You want lots of money coming in your account? Visualize that. You want to help your people, your clients? Visualize that. If you want to just visualize a story, make a story of yourself. Jim Carrey, I'm sure you would know about him, right? When he was just starting his career, he used to go to the top of the mountain somewhere in US, and he used to write down what is it that he wants to manifest. He wrote down almost every few days, and he always used to carry a fake check of, I guess, $10 million it was, and he was always carrying it, and he just wanted 3 hit movies or 3 movies with some top actors, something like that. And around 95 or 96, he got the exact 3 movies and the exact money that he wanted. And that required a lot of patience, of course. That required consistency. That required not giving up in between. That required being resourceful. And that's why he was able to reach there. I know today he talks about, who are we? What is this identity? I understand that. But here I'm talking about the manifestation part. What is it that you want? Put it in your system and be with it every single day, little by little, and every week. And go, just give yourself a little bit of time and just be there. Nobody in your family at that time. Just be with yourself, feel it. And if you want to know more and how you can actually achieve all that you want and just get rid of this fear, is by joining the 21 days NLP workshop. If you want to, click the link below in the description box and you can get started with a workshop with us, because we have helped a lot of people. And when you really follow the system, and I'm talking about the psychological system here, in the right way, no fear can trap you. There will be fears, they will always be there, and there has to be, there's a positive side as well of the fear. When that fear is coming, let's say of the future, what is it telling you? Maybe it is asking you to be prepared for the future. Hey, there is something coming up, be prepared. Anything can happen, be prepared. But what we do is we get worried, and it just loses complete energy. And everything at the end of the day comes with that energy, that enthusiasm to go and get it, grab it as much as we can, right? This is the fourth point, visualize. The last and my super favorite, because when there's fear, and especially fear of future, one thing that happens is that a lot of negative talk starts to happen. And what is that negative talk? What will happen? Will I be able to do this? Will people really understand? Will I be able to manage this money? And we have made many videos on this about what if this happened, what if that happens. So we have multiple videos on fear. You can please click the link below and find more videos and just get on with it and get this system out of your system, get this fear out of your system. But how do you do that? something that I do on a regular basis, and some of the most successful people do it. I'm not just talking about people who have money, but people who are successful and fulfilled. They listen to podcasts or they listen to knowledge every single day without thinking, oh, I don't need a motivational talk. Oh, I'm very self-motivated. I don't need to read these self-help books. The moment you say that, your learning stops and your struggle begins, because you're just going to fight by yourself again and again and again and again. And you're not looking at the bigger picture here. So when that negative talk is, let's say, coming into your system, and then you're putting a positive once, twice, thrice, not just once, but every single day, this will automatically wash away. And one mistake that people do is that when this starts to overpower, or when this starts to take place, a lot of nice, good knowledge, wisdom, so we stop listening to it because we feel, oh, now we know it all. Learning stops, ego builds up, and then again, this might just come up. I'll give you an example here, something beautiful somebody shared with me the other day. We were having a beautiful discussion. As much as we may say that we don't believe in religions or spirituality, I don't want to talk about religions here, but if we go really back, let's say when Krishna, Radha, they were there. So they have spoken some really wonderful knowledge, right? All the gurus, all the gods that we talk of, they have spoken good knowledge, some powerful knowledge. It's just that we are not in the frequency to listen to that knowledge. That's why the last point is to start to listen. Once you put yourself in high vibrations, you will start to get that intuition. Intuition also means it's coming from within you, but there has been so much of knowledge around you. There are words being spoken. I mean, for example, if you're worried about something somebody told you, they have said to you, right? Or they have said somewhere else and you just heard it and now it's bothering you, right? So similarly, all this precious knowledge was also talked about, was also, it's like people felt it. People have felt that knowledge, and that can only be felt when you keep yourself in the high vibes. If you notice, back in the days, people, or the saints, I would say, they used to go up in the Himalayas and they used to meditate, and they used to get so much of knowledge, information, guidance, wisdom, and things used to change all of a sudden for them, for the world. But today it is not possible. We are with so many distractions. So that's why I'm saying, take a day off every week. Say, I usually do Sunday unplug, and we are about to also, we might make some videos on that as well, how I do my unplug. So when you do that, what happens is that automatically you keep yourself in that high energy, and then you open up to what you need to listen. So if you think that all these things you're going to follow in the next 21 days, take a challenge, follow it every single day. If you want, you can watch this video every single day. Let this video go into your system. And when this goes into your system, your mind is going to be changed, reprogrammed, and your perspective of how you are looking at the future filled with fear is going to completely change. But if you think that you want a little bit of hand-holding, you want our support, you want this guidance, then you can also join our 21 days NLP workshop and get yourself enrolled, just get yourself moving. Please make sure that you don't be in that stuck state. For example, if you have a bad stomach, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it sucks, right? You don't want to be in that there. So if it's physical, you don't want to keep it there for a long time. So even if it is psychological, remove it, change it, change it, change it. And only if you can change yourself, you can change anything around you. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the bell button as well. Do like this video, and www.nlpwithneha.com is a website that you can check and look for all our courses and all the information. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.